The High Court judge sent a strong message today to people found guilty of murder as a result of domestic violence. 34-year-old Alexander Robert Clark was sentenced to 70 years in prison. However, he will serve 67 years and 6 months in jail because he has already spent over 2 years in prison on remand. This means that if Mr. Clark is able to outlive his sentence, he will be released in the year 2083. The length of sentence for the British national came as a surprise to family of the deceased, who were quite emotional. They said they were happy that justice is being served. Father of the deceased, Nixiann Downes-Clack, had initially agreed to an interview with GBN, but then had a change of heart as he sought to overcome his emotions. Attorney Anselm Clouden represented the accused man, Alexander Robert Clark.
From today we would study the sentence. We think the sentence is the first of its kind ever administered in Grenada, short of life.
Clouden pleaded for a lighter sentence. He argued that the killing of Nixiann Downes-Clack was not premeditated, but in fact a spontaneous reaction. However, the gruesome manner in which the body was disposed of contributed to what Clouden sees as a harsh sentence. He feels that Clark's accomplice, with whom he had an affair with, and who also assisted in the burial of the body, should have been convicted as well.
Brittany should have been charged as an accomplice. Well, what they did was to bolster the case. They used her as state witness for the prosecution, when in fact she should have been charged as an accomplice, aiding and abetting the commission of the offense itself. And she ought to have been charged. And I must compliment our jurors because they were on the ball. They realized that her participation in the crime as an aider and abetter after the fact warranted some measure of punishment.
The woman was used as a state witness. Some observers have welcomed the 67-year sentence and made a public outcry about light sentences for murder. However, they worry that, like other people, Clark may be released from jail on the much criticized good behavior clause. Whether that happens remains to be seen. Cullen Campbell, GBN News.